Rodriguez and Lopez. 10 rounds in the junior welterweight division. And Inoue already talked about Lopez's history with contenders, including Soto and Postol. And one thing to note as well, in Lopez's last 5 fights, all 5 have gone to the cards, and all of those were 10-rounders, whereas Rodriguez has never gone past the 8th round. So an interesting setup here if Lopez can stick with Rodriguez, even though we believe Rodriguez to be the better fighter. If Lopez can stick with him and maybe gives him a chance to wear down Rodriguez as this fight goes on.
Yeah, something might have to give in that scenario. However, if Rodriguez wants to become the world championship fighter that he sees himself becoming one day, he's going to have to get these rounds moving. So perhaps he does need to go through a 10-round test to have that in his back pocket to make sure that he can last 12 one day.
Rodriguez, as we mentioned earlier this year, dealing with COVID and has dealt with some hurdles in his career as well. Missed nearly 2 years with a left shoulder injury from September of 2017 to July of 2019. And for a guy who at the time would have been 23 years old, that is a long time to be out of the ring, especially when you are looking to ascend up the mountaintop at a very, very crowded division. So he's trying to pack in a lot of missed time here in 2020 and then ahead in 2021.
Yeah, just like for any up-and-coming prospect, activity is the main thing. And here we have Lopez, who just took a knee. Was that a body shot?
Yeah, it was a left hook to the body from Julian Rodriguez. Lopez went in and got caught. I don't think he's going to get back up.
Come to me, come to me, come to me.
Robert Hoyle giving him a lot of time. Goodness gracious. Lopez walking away from Hoyle. He's been down for 20 seconds now.
Hammer hands might hit the nail right here.
I would be upset if I was Rodriguez's corner that Hoyle allowed Lopez to have that much time. He didn't stand up till the count was at 9 and then walked around for another 10 seconds, ignoring Hoyle's commands.
That did not look like a fighter who wanted to continue for the rest of this round.
Not sure why Hoyle gave him such a long leash. So Rodriguez back at it after the body shot knocks down Lopez.
The defeated look in his face, it was almost as if he was begging Hoyle to stop the fight.
I don't think Lopez has thrown a punch since that knockdown. Just trying to regroup, regain his energy. Hammer hands, a big left hook to the body, landing the knockdown. You can see Rodriguez just seems very, very relaxed in this first round. And again, frankly, if I'm Rodriguez's corner, Inoue, I am complaining to Robert Hoyle during this break.
Great body work, because that sequence just showed Rodriguez connect 3 straight shots to the body. So it was a combination of those punches that put Rodriguez down.
So
I'm sorry, Lopez down.
So it's interesting, Inoue, as we go into round 2. You could have Rodriguez having the argument that the fight should have been stopped. You could have Lopez having the argument that it was a low blow and that he should have been given even more time.
Yeah, Hoyle was very generous there, like you mentioned.
But Hoyle did rule it a knockdown, so a 10-8 round for Julian Rodriguez.
Yeah, that much was definitive in my opinion. I thought that was a clean shot to the body and right there above the belt line.
Rodriguez currently ranked number 17 by the NABF at 140 pounds. He's a 2013 National Golden Gloves gold medalist. And again, really a shooting star when he became a professional, but sidelined for nearly 2 years with that left shoulder injury. But it was the left hook there in that first round that put Lopez on his knees. So obviously, you know, it's been over a year now coming off of that injury and restarting his career. And Rodriguez says he's healthy, and we saw the power from that left hand there in round number 1.
No, we talked about his amateur pedigree with the National Golden Gloves. He's beaten the likes of Robert Easter. He's dropped fights against the likes of Jamel Herring. So he's been there against world championship caliber fighters. He wants to become one day, so he has the experience, and he's continuing to build himself into that direction.
Both of these guys have fought big names over the course of their career, whether it be as an amateur or as a professional. Midway through round number 2, Eric Rothman alongside Manuka Kopian, writer for the LA Times and Boxing Scene, as we are leading up to our main event of the evening. Naoya Inoue taking on Jason Maloney, and preceding that in the co-headline, Michaela Mayer, the undefeated American junior lightweight women's prospect, looking for the first title of her career against Eva Brodnicka.
Let him go.
And Brodnicka, who lost her belt on the scales yesterday by 1/10 of a pound, will not have the opportunity to retain her title for what would have been the 6th time. Instead, it's either Mayer's or it's nobody's.
One way or the other. Not the way I'm sure Brodnicka wants to go home, but Mayer has a beautiful opportunity to seize it and call herself a world champion with a victory.
And that's a knockdown.
3,
a short, stinging right hook from Julian Rodriguez.
7, 8. You good?
Second knockdown in as many rounds for Hammer Hands.
Let's go.
Rodriguez was breathing uncomfortably there again, so got saved by the bell.
Rodriguez and Lopez. Rodriguez has gotten a knockdown in each of the first 2 rounds. Lopez needs to bounce back quickly. He's already coming off a loss in his last fight, again, almost a year and a half ago. And he lost to Matthew Germain in a 10-round unanimous decision. And again, Lopez has fought sporadically over the past few years, and that is the 3rd knockdown. A straight left hand from Rodriguez.
6,
3 knockdowns
7
in 3 rounds.
8.
What's the saying, Eric? Good things come in thirds?
I guess so.
Okay, can't say too much more, okay? Stay in it.
Not if you're Jose Lopez.
Well, definitely for Julian Rodriguez, who now has ample enough time to really put this away. I think at this point, he needs to stop playing around and really put it to Lopez. And here we see it doing it right now.
He is. And credit Lopez has gotten up 3 times. We weren't sure if he was going to get up after the first one. A body shot in the first round, and then Rodriguez, all hands on deck here in the 3rd. Lopez just withstanding the punishment. Robert Hoyle, the referee, looking on to see how much Jose Lopez can take.
That was a beautiful yet vicious combination by Rodriguez. Everything was thrown with mean intentions. You can tell he wants to put this fight away now. Another 90 seconds here in round 3. With that kind of assault, you can see it coming.
Not only has he lived up to the nickname Hammer Hands, Julian Rodriguez, but how about the speed of his punches as well? Been very impressive.
Oh, now he's just having fun. He's tiptoeing around him. He's feinting. If you look at his feet, he's dancing around Lopez. Perhaps he likes to get paid by the minute. You never know.
I don't think that's how his contract works.
We'll have to ask James Prince on that one.
Is that how we're getting paid? In which case, let's stretch this out.
Yeah, my November's looking kind of free.
That's right. Another right hand lands as Rodriguez goes back to the body. The 4th knockdown,
and there it is.
Robert Hoyle says enough is enough. Jose Lopez knocked out. A TKO victory for Julian Rodriguez. A dominating performance as he moves to 21-0 in his career.
Well, if you came for knockouts tonight, we're 3 for 3 so far. Great way to start the card. Rodriguez punctuated the fight for himself there in round 4 after toying around a little bit. And perhaps he heard a little bit of my criticism for not putting him away a little sooner, because he had some openings a lot sooner in the fight, but calculated, methodical, ran right through him. Nice performance there for Julian Rodriguez to get his 21st win and 14th knockout.
And a birthday present as well. He just turned 26 3 days ago. He's got his dad, Alex, in his corner as his trainer. And I'm sure both of them will be celebrating with a nice prepackaged post-fight meal in the bubble. Can we get a birthday cake in the bubble? Are we allowed to import a birthday cake? To really assess the damage, and then Rodriguez pouring it on in the 2nd. An overhand right landing. Lopez falling to 29-8-2 after the loss. Back-to-back losses for him, and And we mentioned 18 months out of the ring for Lopez, was just unable to keep up with the speed of Rodriguez. You talk about speed, maybe one of the fastest hands in the world. Inoue getting